I cannot believe what my eyes are seeing right now on the chart. Oh my goodness, guys. This live stream is the most important live stream I've ever done in my life. So make sure to stick around to the very end because we're going to be breaking down this insane Bitcoin price action. My goodness, would you guys even believe what's on the chart? We are live, baby, on this beautiful Friday afternoon. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah. I pray you are all doing very, very well. As the Bitcoin price right now, my goodness, guys, it is a fight between the bears and the bulls. I have never seen anything like this as we are currently right now, as can be seen right here. We are back testing major support resistance flip, trying to break out of the macro range as we are right now in danger of printing a signal on the chart right here, known as the upside down uneven butt cheek pattern. This pattern is where you have a fat butt cheek on the left, a skinny butt cheek on the right, forming on Market Cipher B, as can be seen when we stretch the cheekulars across the screen. And of course, this happens as the price makes a higher high, but we are fighting right now. It's a fight between the bears and the bulls. A fight between the bears and the bulls. Right now, at this moment, as we're backtesting this red line right here, you can see, if we go to a higher time frame, right, it's a very key support resistance flip. Look at this, guys. Do you see that? Now, we got to give a major shout out to everybody in the stream right now. Let's see who we have in the house. Major shout out to my man, 56. He says, I'm too scared to open long before weekend. Shout out to Magnamax Cherry. Shout out to Sirius Crypto. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to DM again and Spicy Noodle. Is that JC Trump himself? Shout out to my man Slots. He says, you do a better Geraldo than Geraldo. Shout out to Jay Becker. Shout out to Trippy. Bottom is in. Shout out to Philip Collin. He says the eyebrows look fresh today. I just had them permed and pressed at the local salon. Make sure to screenshot this. Don't show your wife. All right? My goodness. Jason Casper's getting a little crazy today. Shout out to Jay Long. Shout out to Saber Long. LMAO. This is what I opened the stream to. Shout out once again to Big Huggies who says, let's get it, baby. Let's get it. My goodness. Guys, this is pretty crazy right now, what is happening with the Bitcoin price, and I do have to say I'm quite excited. I am quite excited today because today is the day. Today is the day where we actually, in my opinion, determine whether or not Bitcoin's going to break the range, hit much higher prices, or we reject from here and we come all the way back to the bottom of the range. Let's not forget, we are in the middle of a very important rally to the upside. In a very important time, the very end of the 4-year cycle, this is where we get to find out whether or not the 4-year cycle will continue or not. Okay? And $96,000 is our first very important zone of support resistance. All right? Our first very important zone of support resistance flip. All right, we're going to be getting into this exact price action. Man, we have some crazy stuff going on the chart, which I'm trying to load. My chart's not loading here. Give me 1 second, guys. We're going to get into the chart. But my goodness, get your plungers ready for this one, guys. This is going to be some serious stuff. All right, let's pop quickly, before we get into anything else, let's pop quickly over to the chart. I want to take a look here at the good old market order flow, okay? I want to point out something right now. This is very critical as we're coming back down to test this key support resistance flip, guys, at around 94.5. You can see how important this is on the chart. Notice what has happened here on the order flow. Millions of shorts have opened up right around this area here. This candle, you guys see this candle right here? This price, around $95,000. We have 6 million shorts open, another 2 million, another 2 million. We have 10 million shorts, guys, right here at the current price. If we can reclaim 95, this is a very key support resistance flip. If we can reclaim 95, we can actually see a big squeeze all the way back up to around 95.8. And when we get to 95.8, it's going to be critical. Very critical. My goodness, guys, this is pretty dang crazy. This is pretty crazy. Let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index quickly. All right? Let's lay a little bit of groundwork here. Let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Right now, we are neutral. Totally neutral. 50% fear, 50% greed. Totally neutral. All right? Now, let's take a look also at a few interesting things in the news. All right? We do have some breaking news today. First of all, guys, nearly $3 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum options expire as the market tests the breakout conviction. All right, this is some serious stuff, guys. I mean, this literally is breaking news. All right, that's all I can say. This is breaking news. Nearly $3 billion in Bitcoin and ETH options expire as the market is testing a very key level. What is the purpose? Not the purpose, but what are the implications of this? $3 billion worth of Bitcoin and ETH options are set to expire today. About $2.4 billion for Bitcoin, $400 million for ETH, bringing crypto derivatives markets into a sharp focus. Bitcoin has pushed above key resistance just yesterday, but derivative positioning suggests traders are still cautious about calling it a confirmed bullish breakout, and defensive option structures point to lingering downside hedging despite higher prices. So when you see massive amounts of options expire, typically it does lead to a sharp amount of volatility. And the fact that because traders are cautious, it can hint to maybe we're going to see defensive, downside, right? Because of these options expiring. And again, we are at very, very, very key resistance. Because spot prices are sitting above max pain levels where most of the options will expire worthless, the expiry could trigger heightened volatility as traders adjust or hedge their own positions. So to add insult to injury of this extreme spike in volatility right now, we have another catalyst that could be inciting some more volatility. Now this also is interesting. More breaking news. Coinbase stock plummets. Why CEO's withdrawal from crypto bill could signal a major market shift. Very interesting. The Coinbase stock fell sharply today, about 6.4%, after the exchange's CEO Brian Armstrong publicly withdrew support for a key U.S. crypto regulatory bill called the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. The reason why they pulled out is because he said the current draft of the bill is worse than the existing rules and could limit innovation, restrict tokenized equities, curb rewards on stablecoins, and undermine decentralized finance. He stated it's better to have no bill than a bad bill. Now, the withdrawal of support prompted the Senate Banking Committee to delay a scheduled hearing on the legislation. And because it's delayed, well, this is seen as negative news, and Coinbase's stock plummeted upon the news. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Again, guys, the Bitcoin price right now, again, is coming to a very key resistance if we are going to see a sharp move to the downside. Well, it very well could come from this area. It very well could come from this area. Now, something else very interesting, I think, in the news is this. Our good friend Robert Kawasaki, all right, the rich dad, poor dad guy, he says silver is likely to hit $107 on January 19th. Now, personally, I actually happen to agree with the man. I think silver is looking quite bullish. We are consolidating right now. Not that I think he's a super awesome analyst for the charts or anything, but it is interesting that he's predicting silver can reach around $107 per ounce as soon as Monday, and his forecast comes amid strong investor enthusiasm for silver and supply concerns, including remarks that the supply constraints, like Tesla having challenges sourcing silver, could continue to push the prices higher. Not only this, but we are seeing retail investors flock into silver right now. And as we know, the price of silver is extremely bullish. Let me close off my silver TA here, and let's just take some time to appreciate the overall bullishness of silver right now, breaking out of a massive cup and handle pattern that we have on the early, with our target being around $100. Key psychological. And honestly, my personal view on silver is that we are going to hit $100. we're probably going to form some kind of a range around here that will last for quite some time. But you can see even on the yearly time frame, we do have more room to the upside still. It could get pretty interesting for silver, especially if, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but after we hit those higher prices, are we still going to have some bearish div on the yearly? That would be quite interesting. Major shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Make sure to smash up the likes. Make sure to smash up the likes. We got about 300 people in the house. We have about 82 likes. Guys, if we can get 1,000 likes. Ow! Ah! Oh! If we can get 1,000 likes within the first half hour of the live stream, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. All right? Shouts to everybody in the chat. Major shout out to Michael Saylor in the house, baby. Major shout out to Bullish on Parade in the house. Major shout out to Limitless. Does Kiyosaki have anything to do with Kiyotaka? I don't know. Maybe. I actually don't know. He's a scammer? Nah, he's not a scammer. He's just an entrepreneur. He's a boomer. He's into the markets, all right? He's not a scammer. Come on, man. Can you borrow the eyebrows? Yes, you can. They're right here. They're stuck right over here in my office. It's weird. They're stuck over here. Yeah, you could borrow the eyebrows, baby. Shout out to my man, Splashfire Films. Shout out to Vegas Claw. Shout out to The Real Ashley Gates. Bro, I can't. LMAO. Plunger. We are dumping. Hurry J. Are we dumping, guys? Is Bitcoin dumping? Ah, Bitcoin's dumping? Oh no, we're dumping. That sucks. I don't want to dump. I want to pump from here, man. I do want to pump from here. That really is what I want. All right, let's pop into the Bitcoin analysis. All right, let's pop right on into the Bitcoin analysis. Make sure to smash up the likes. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because you don't want to miss the juiciest Bitcoin updates in the world. Now, the Bitcoin price. We're going to paint a little picture here. We are going to paint a little picture. Let's pop on into the chart. We are going to paint a little picture here on the Bitcoin price action, baby. So, what do we know? We know a number of things. First of all, on the monthly chart, we have confirmed officially now the bearish divergence on the 2-month. As the price is getting higher into key resistance, the momentum waves are getting lower, confirmed. For the past 3 cycles, this has been the top, the dreaded upside down uneven butt cheek pattern. Big and juicy on the left, skinny on the right. Oh man, whenever you see this chick hanging upside down from the rafters, you know it's a party. But when it gets to the point in the party where the upside down butt cheeks are hanging from the rafters, you know it's about time for that party to end. Because how much longer can it go on when things get to this level? If you know what I mean. This typically will signal a bit of a pullback, and that's what we see on the 2-month time frame. Last time we saw this, guys, it led to this move to the downside. Some people call it a bear market. I call it a healthy correction and a big opportunity to be able to buy Bitcoin at lower prices. Now, we come back to our weekly time frame, and notice we are printing something down here called a hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. Now, in my opinion, the 2-month trumps the weekly. The 2-month is more powerful than the weekly, but the weekly is powerful enough to give us a significant retracement. And historically, even in bear markets, the weekly hidden bull div, like we saw over here, gives us like 45% move to the upside. Okay? So we have been ranging, painfully ranging here for quite some time. Since November 21st, we have been painfully ranging in this area. And now we are finally attempting the breakout. Now, notice this. If the weekly candle cannot close above 94.5, that is something known as a swing failure pattern. All right, a failed swing. We tried to make a new swing high. We were not able to. All right, it's very important because that is a powerful signal. When a candle cannot close above the level, that is a powerful signal that we very well may see a full-fledged rejection back down to the bottom of the range. Okay? Now, again, I do not want this to happen. I want to be bullish here. I want to see more room to the upside. But we need to be very clear with ourselves here. If we see the candle close below the level on the weekly, we have simply gotten a fake out of this local range, And the probabilities are highest that we make our way back down to the bottom of the local range. Okay? This is our local range. We need to be very clear about that. Now, when we come down to our daily time frame, we are right on the wire. Right on the wire here, because if we confirm this red dot on the daily, even though money flow is getting thicker, it's very, very, very rare that you have a confirmed bearish divergence on the daily time frame that doesn't lead to a move back down to the bottom of the range. All right, let's take a look. I mean, really, guys, look at what happened on all these bearish divergences, even here on our daily, right? We get that it led to a move back down to the bottom of the range, okay? We had bearish divergences here on the daily as well. This one, actually, if you guys remember, this one I didn't take seriously back in May, and I had my reasons for doing so. But this next one, look what happened. We got to move back down to the bottom of that local range. This one here, we got to move back down to the bottom of the local range. All right, we go back to previous ranges. What do we see? When we see the bearish divergence, we got to move back down to the bottom of the local range. Another drive of bear div, move down to the bottom of the local range. All right, we can take it back to even September, October of 2024. My point is, don't mess with a daily bearish divergence. All right, again, the party is going well. The trend is your friend until the end of the trend. How can you predict the end of the trend? Well, again, party's going smooth, everyone's behaving. When you start to see this chick hanging upside down from the ceiling, how much longer can that go on before the cops come and break up this high school party? You know what I mean? Things are going to get out of control. And we are seeing this right now on the dang daily time frame. All right? So what do we want to see? Man, oh man, oh man. I want to see the daily candle close and hold above our key level at 94.5. And I want to see this red dot invalidated. Or even if it confirms, what I would really like to see is I would like to see this momentum wave smooth out and see this yellow line kind of want to curve back to the upside. I don't want to see wave separation, right? Wave separation where the waves start to separate from each other, right? If anything, you want to see something like this, what we saw back here, where there's flatness, there's no wave separation, right? That's what we want to see here. For more upside. Do I think we can have upside here? Yes, absolutely I do. If we can hold, but if we confirm, and especially if we are closing the daily candle now below this level, man, guess what's most probable, guys? We are back inside our sideways range, and we're most likely going to make our way back down toward the value area low. We're just going to be around, let's just call it $85,000, $86,000 toward the bottom of that range. Our target would be down here for target number one, and our second target would be overall the low of the range down here to take out $80,000. Now, bear this in mind. Bear this in mind. If the price does come down to these levels, again, I still don't think it means it's the end of the world for this range. Okay, because look at this. When you form a range and you take the high of the range, you come back in the range, if you come and take the low of the range, a lot of times that actually gives you a really nice reversal, right? It leads to, like, you know, a nice accumulation pattern where you form this range here. We have the fake out of the high, the bull trap. We come down, we have the fake out of low, we come back in, we then make our higher low, and then we pump, giving us our shoulder, head, shoulder. And if we see the daily market cipher B coming down like this, getting a little bit of this kind of action here, we got big on the left and skinny on the right, well, guess what? I mean, that gives us the coveted regular bullish butt cheek pattern. All right. Now, again, when you see her upside down, that's how you know the party's over. But here, she's just getting started, baby. She's just getting started, baby. And so if we see her coming through the door, we know the party's getting started down here as we were coming down to the bottom of the range with the bullish uneven butt cheek pattern, big on the left, nice and juicy, full of gravy, ravioli, ricotta cheese. I mean, there's nothing that I like more than a nice spot of ricotta on the side, baby. You know, I love a nice spot of ricotta on the side. I love it. My mom makes lasagna. She takes out the ricotta from the freezer, part skim or whatever the heck. I don't know. It was the 90s, probably loaded with hormones and who knows what. You know, she puts it on the counter to thaw. She kept it in the freezer for some reason. And I would have a little on the side. So dang good, that ricotta cheese, right? Just squeeze, please, baby, from the cheeks. The ricotta cheese. All right? Now, Let's come down to an even lower time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour on Bitcoin. Now, I have to be honest here. This bounce is a make it or break it zone. We have a 1 hour order block right here. But the one thing that scares me quite a bit is this very oversold wave on the 1 hour that looks like it hasn't bottomed out yet. Okay? The only hope we have on this 1 hour is looking at this as a continuation pattern. Okay? If this was our bottom signal here, bullish divs on the 1 hour, and now we changed market structure, this back test right here, this could now be, if we take it from this low and we look at this, could be hidden bullish divergences here. It could be. It looked much more bullish this morning. Okay, this morning, when I looked at the chart, we were forming extremely bullish looking divergences right here as price was consolidating. But as we're spending time below the low from yesterday and earlier today at 95,000, the divergences have now dissipated. Okay, so it makes me quite cautious right now as we are seeing no bullish divs on our 24, no bullish divs on our 12, but the money flow is decent. All right, the money flow is decent. Now, again, the way this could turn bullish quick is if we can reclaim $95,000. Remember, if we go to the order flow chart, 95,000 right in this candle right here where my cursor is. This candle here, guys, we saw 6 million shorts open up. We saw another 2 million shorts open up here. We saw another 2 million shorts open up throughout this entirety, right? And so if we can reclaim 95, we could start to squeeze those guys. And like I said, we could come back to make a new daily high at around $96,000. 95.8 would be that daily high. Okay, now let's zoom in very locally here to see what's happening in real time in the 1 minute order flow. What do we see happening? Well, unfortunately, things are pretty flat. Like we saw a sharp increase of OI right around here, but nothing really now. We saw a lot of shorts open up, and now pretty much nothing. Now pretty much nothing. Now again, it is 12 o'clock noon. It is lunchtime for New York, so therefore 1 o'clock is going to be decision time for Bitcoin. We come down to our 6 minute chart, and the 6 minute chart does look decent here. All right, the 6 minute chart does have a nice bullish divergence, a momentum wave getting higher as the price is getting lower. Guys, if you don't know what all this stuff is, divergences and all that, look, do yourself a favor, head on over to the Jason Casper YouTube channel. Head on over to the dang Jason Casper YouTube channel, go to playlists, all right, and check on the free course. All right, the free course, totally free. It's totally free, 18 sessions, faux free, baby. Let's see what's going on here. I'm live right now. This is my thumbnail. What a horrible thumbnail. What happened to the thumbnail I actually made? You know, what happened to the thumbnail I actually made? Thought I made a better thumbnail than that. I guess I forgot to upload it. Isn't that crazy? Let's see if I could change it now. It's probably too late. It's probably too late, man. Would you look at that? Here's my real thumbnail. It's too late, man. Well, dang! You know, this is the real thumbnail. You know? Showed the bearish divergence and everything, you know? Whatever, man. Sometimes you forget to make the real thumbnail. Sometimes you forget to upload the real thumbnail, if you know what I mean. Jelly bean. Gotta give a major shout out once again to everybody in the chat, guys. Make sure to smash up the likes. Did I open a new long? Yes, I opened up a new long, guys, and it did not even hit a take profit 1. It did not even hit a take profit 1. It was so close. It was so close. But now it looks like it's dumping on down, baby. It's dumping on down. It was pretty dang close to my TP1 right there. But now it looks like we're dumping on down, baby. Pretty sad. Guys, quick reminder, I'm currently trading on KCEX. All right, lowest deal on fees, link in the pinned comment. I'm also trading on ANTARCTIC decentralized exchange. All right, ANTARCTIC, guys, it's a DEX, 0% limit order, 0.015% market order. if you use my link. This is the lowest fees Antarctic offers. This is a DEX. It is going to absolutely be a game changer for sure. All right. I'm also now trading on BTCC to trade silver, commodities, precious metals. I'm messing around. I don't really have any real size on this silver trade here, but I'm just getting into trading silver. Guys, if you want to trade silver using your Tether as margin, BTCC. All right. You can trade all these different markets here. Check it out. You can trade FOREX. You can trade tokenized stocks and commodities. So Amazon, Apple, SPX, S&P 500. You can trade gold, you know, Google, Tesla, all that stuff. You can trade silver. It's pretty cool. All right. Especially if you don't want to dive into the traditional markets. All right. Links in the pinned comment and description for all this stuff. All right. Come on, Bitcoin. We need a miracle to happen right now. We need a miracle to happen with Bitcoin right now. All right, I'm going to set a little bit of an alert here. We're going to see who's in chat. And then we are going to take a look at some other assets here. Okay, shout out to Around Town. Shout out to Spiritual. He says Antarctic will look you out. Nah, Antarctic won't look you out. And they have a really great customer support team, which will help you if anything weird happens. But Antarctic is on the up and up, baby. All right, Antarctic is on the up and up. Shout out to Drumhop. I dragged my TP1 down 3 times and still getting it filled. Yeah, man, crazy. Time to short Monero. Jason Casper. The new background. It's just less ghetto. You don't think this background's ghetto? Shout out to Hexo Heart, who says there's a bearish shark harmonic on the ETH daily. Shout out to Baru. Shout out to Steak Sauce. I recently realized my ascending channel was drawn with logarithmic. Completely changes the numbers. Yeah, that's true. Major shout out to 001 Sequoia. Don't give it to us gay, Jay. I'll do my best to give it to you straight, never give it to you gay. All right. Shout out to the real Ashley Gates, who says, let's pump it up. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I do want to also take a look at silver. All right, because I'm dabbling into silver. I'm dabbling into some other assets here. Right now, with silver, we are in this crazy uptrend. All right, let's take a look at the year chart. Our target, my target, is the target of this cup and handle breakout, just front running $100, around $99. We go down to the monthly time frame. Still got plenty of room to the upside. Very strong momentum, very strong money flow. Momentum at highs we have not seen since 1980, right before Silver Thursday. Pretty crazy. We come to the weekly time frame. Money flow, momentum, looking pretty dang nice. It's in runaway territory. We have, like, I wouldn't even consider these bearish divs here. Money flow is looking really nice. Obviously, guys, for silver, I mean, I'd say this is the kind of price action historically that we've seen for Bitcoin during crazy bull runs, where when you get, you know, momentum waves crossing on the 4-hour, when you get momentum waves crossing on the 6-hour below that zero line, that's where you want to look and see, are we at any kind of key support? So right now we do have some very interesting levels of support, I'd say, for silver. And first of all, we have this. If we go down to our 1 hour time frame, you can see we're actually printing a bit of a bottom on the 1 hour here. So maybe if we get some bullish divergence on the 1 hour, that would be a nice signal. But you can see we're forming a bit of a sideways range right here. We've got our volume profile pulled. But right underneath the lows of this range, where we have some liquidity building up, right? We've got a low right here. We've got a low right here. This is showing us there are stop losses below this diagonal support. Just below that, we have ourselves a naked daily point of control, and we have the back test of the much larger range here. So basically, between $84 and $86, I'd say we have a pretty major area to look for. Just a simple fake out of these lows, dipping into this zone of consolidation here with a nice bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. That could give us a nice bottom, right? Good old-fashioned uneven butt cheek. Hey, girls coming into the party. We're ready to go, baby. You know, the life of the party over here. We could see that right here. That's coming in between, like I said, 84.30 and around 85.70. That little bit of a zone. Of course, what we would want to see and what I would want to see for this is an actual fake out, right? I wouldn't want to just long because we're down there. I would want to see like a fake out. I would want to see a wick down into the zone. And then I want to see a candle close above which would give us a clear stop loss entry and then a target of the highs, right? And we would expect a new high. The trend is your friend until the end of the trend, which means, you know, $94,000, $95,000, somewhere around there. That could be a pretty nice setup right there, right? The next support I have for silver is going to be the golden pocket zone, 0.5 Fibonacci golden pocket zone, back test of our key high that we made here around Tuesday, January 6th. And this is pretty much an extended version of the first trade, right? So that first idea was looking for a fake out, but really that fake out could extend down to this area, but that's not a good risk to reward ratio. So I'd either be looking for a setup from around this area, or I'd be looking for a setup from around this area. And if we don't get that bounce, then we do need to say, all right, our next major support is going to be the midpoint, the high volume node. We have a daily order block. We have a naked weekly point of control. We have the point of control of this whole range here around $76.5, right? So those are some areas to look for silver, maintaining its uptrend, right? Very important. If we start to lose this area, we are no longer maintaining this local uptrend on the 1 hour, and then we would need to reassess. But if the trend is our friend until the end, you know, I would say this would be a really nice setup here, right? We've got this trend line that essentially, I mean, we could pull it from all the way over here, right? Basically, we could pull it from all the way over. You know, it depends on how you want to pull it, right? And trend lines are a little bit subjective, but in general, this trend line being respected, and we would be coming down right into a pretty significant zone of support right there. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. And if we go super low time frame on silver, well, we attempted to do a little bit of a fake out of this low here. Let's see what happens. I was hoping we would get a little bit higher up here and come down a little bit. I'm just messing around with BTCC right now. So I did put a little bit, like a very low, I put $1,000 on, okay? I put $1,000 on this trade here to see, yeah, just to get used to the exchange. But I'm gonna start trading silver with some big money, I think. Let's get rid of that. With some bigger money, all right? Because silver, that's right now where the volatility's at. So BTCC, man, that's the way to go. We used to be able to do that on BingX, but no more. No more, baby. No more. All right, how's Bitcoin doing? Guys, by the way, Antarctic, the cool thing about Antarctic is it's blue and purple, all right? It's blue and purple. You can't go wrong with a blue and purple exchange, all right? Let's take a look at ETH right now. Take a quick look at Ethereum. Let's start on our weekly time frame for ETH, okay? Now, remember, Bitcoin is leading the way here. Bitcoin is breaking out of its range or attempting to close the week above that key level. All right, right here, this is the high of Ethereum's range. ETH has not even touched it yet. All right, but what we have done is we have printed a nice double bottom on the weekly. All right, we have printed a nice double bottom on the weekly, and historically speaking, that pumps us up like crazy. So what would we be looking for? Well, if Bitcoin rejects from here, don't be surprised once again if we see ETH back down towards the bottom of this local consolidation. I find it really difficult to believe that this is all we get for a double bottom on the weekly market cipher B. So for Bitcoin and ETH, we're 2 weeks into January. I would not be surprised if we see, even if we come down to these lower areas, a rally up into February, the beginning of February. All right, so the beginning of February, that would be putting us right around here. So let's see how many weeks we have until then. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. So about a month, okay? 4 weeks. I'm real good at math, right? 4 weeks equals a month. Did you know that? Did you know that? 4 weeks equals a month. So essentially, if Bitcoin is going to come back down to the bottom of the range, I would look for ETH to come down to the bottom of the range as well. And look, it's the same as Bitcoin. If ETH does come down to the lows, and ETH is also in danger of printing a bearish div, it could give us a nice bullish divergence. Again, we'll have what's known as the cheek flip, right? We have the left cheek and the right cheek as the price is getting higher, giving us the dreaded upside down bullish bearish divergence. But as we come lower and take the lows, we will have a cheek flip, right? Nice and bullish on the left, skinny on the right. We'll have the cheek flip, right? We'll go from this to this, from this to this. It's pretty crazy, man. Honestly, it's pretty crazy. It's like, it's like, I can't even think of anything that's as crazy as that. Honestly, I'm trying to come up with a good analogy, but I just can't. Right? I just cannot. All right, things are getting quite serious here. With this music in the background is actually getting me a little bit scared of what could happen next. So let's see what we've got going on. Oof, it really doesn't look good. It doesn't look good right now. Let's go to our order flow chart. Man, I already took a loss today. Trading Bitcoin, guys. So if I take another loss, it's going to be my second loss of the day. Alright? It's going to be my second loss of the day. I might just close this thing out now. If I close it out, we'll pump. You know, if I close it out, we'll pump. Let's see. Oof, we're dumping, baby. Let's do some local analysis. Let's calm our nerves with a fib pull. Pull the fib from low to high. We're coming down to the only hope. The only hope is this zone right here between the golden pocket and the 786. This is our only hope. If not, we're coming down lower. And look, I do have to say, come on, Bitcoin. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. My goodness. Let's be honest here, guys. We're going to go to our 4-hour chart. You know, if you saw my video yesterday, essentially what I was saying is this. Let's clear off everything right now, okay? If we lose, you know, this is such an important level, because not only would we be coming back into this very important range support resistance split, but we'd also be changing market structure now on our 4-hour, right? We have our swing low, and we'd be making a new swing low, and then we could even if we get a rally, we would be looking for, you know, a lower high to be basically be put in. So this is crucial for Bitcoin, man. And I hope we pump, but let's be honest, and I am going to be honest here. All right, let me be real. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you straight. You know, I never give it to you gay. Whoa, I almost fell off the treadmill right there. Look, I'm gonna give it to you straight, guys. The move back down to the bottom of the range would be healthy. It would be healthy. It is healthy to come to the top of the range and then come down, you know, wreck all that, and then come back in and pump. Like, that's much healthier looking than this weird kind of liquidity leaving behind pattern that we've got here, you know? Come on, Bitcoin, we need a miracle from here. We really do need a miracle. Let's change the poll in the chat. Will we see a Bitcoin miracle? Will we see a Bitcoin miracle? Let's find out from you guys. Will we see a Bitcoin miracle? Now, 57% say we would bounce from here. So you guys are already on the... Shout out to Crypto Scarface, by the way. Bitcoin will hit 94 and then bounce to 104. That sounds cool. We have single prints at 93,929. So we do have single prints there. With a guitar behind your back, a pump song with a guitar behind my back. I do have a guitar. Looks like a giant bear flag. Yes, it does, King Solomon. It does look like a bear flag, you know. Let's take another poll here. Will we see a Bitcoin miracle? I don't know how to spell miracle. Okay, so I spelled Marikla. Will we see a Bitcoin Marikla? And by the way, guys, if you want some eggs in the Casper Crew VIP Discord today, The code word is silver. Oh wait, no, it's BTCC. The code word is BTCC. Guys, if you want to get some eggs, and these eggs are used and redeemed for cash prizes in the Jason Casper Discord. All right. Come on into the Discord, click claim, and type in BTCC. Submit for your eggs. Every single day we play games inside the Discord for giving away eggs. All right, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Monthly cup and handle breaking. Yeah, eggs. Yes, eggs. They are redeemable for cash prizes in the Discord. All right, redeemable for cash prizes in the Discord. Major shout out to the super chat in the house. Cedric Noob, whatever move it may be. Baby, Jason Casper VIP calls it both short and long. By the way, you calling Metals Trade and VIP soon? Yeah, man. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, guys. Look, if you want to join the Casper crew, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. It's the best dang trading community in the world. All right. Yeah, I'm a little bit biased. All right. I'm a little bit biased here, but look, it's all good in the hood, baby. What the heck is this? That looks scary. I'm gonna shut that off. Look at this. Look at this. You guys see this? Isn't this crazy? You'll never guess what I found. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. We need a Bitcoin miracle, baby. We need a pump song. We need a pump song or something. But speaking of pump song, shout out to Jills who joined VIP today. Did I short? I mean, I shorted yesterday just like I said I would. Or I shorted on Wednesday just like I said I would. I said I would short. You know, we're at key resistance. Whoa! Whoa! We're at key resistance. You can't just not short. Oh man, I'm getting burned. I'm getting burned right now, baby. I'm getting burned. Bear CBD on Sol. 3-hour chart looking droopy. Looking like about to waterfall. Shout out the biggest clause of BTCC stands for Big Trans Causes Capitulation. Guys, I really need to pee right now, okay? I need to pee quite badly. So, you guys are gonna come with me, okay? The pee jug is gone. Alright, the pee jug is gone. You guys are coming with me, alright? You guys are coming with me. Please ignore the office. The office is I guess going away. Whoa. Would you look at that? Wow. Man. Yeah, please ignore the office, guys. It looks like the office is no more. But I really got to pee, and I got to bring you guys with me. So let's pop back over to the chart here. Let's see. Yeah, we got to pee. Let's go pee, guys. Whew, man. Shout out to the real King Solomon. Better put the mic down. All right, are we pumping or dumping, baby? Are we pumping or are we dumping? Oh, man. I was holding that pee, man. I drank so much water this morning. So much water. That's right. This is straight. Good with low time frame. All right. Okay. The blue stuff. My wife put that blue stuff in the toilet. I don't like that blue stuff, man. I like to see what comes out. I like to see what comes out. Look, we are getting a pump, baby. We are getting a pump, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are getting a pump. Hang on. Gotta fix this here. Get back into the office. Get back into the office. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Jason, that's not an office, that's a closet. No, you're wrong. This is an office, baby. This is a real office. Would you look at that? We are back with the real office. You know, it's just like the show The Office. Man, whew, that was a... Thank you guys for joining me. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. If you pee blue, it means you're GAY. Come on, man. It don't mean nothing. I think we might need to get a little pump song going on, baby. I think we might need the pump song. Shout out to Divine Hood in the chat, by the way. Divine Hood in the chat. That's what's up. Here we go. Let's adjust the office there. Okay. Let's see if we can't get a little pump action with this Bitcoin 12-minute candle, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Let's see. Oh man, we need a Bitcoin miracle. I do think the only possible way we can do it is the pump song. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Find the pump song. We need a Bitcoin miracle. If this candle turns red, if it closes red, we're going to have to end the pump song mid-song. But, okay, it closed blue, baby. It closed blue. We are down to the wire. Woo! We're getting a blue candle. We're getting a blue candle. If it closes red, we'll immediately end the pump song. But we've got a blue candle. Where's the stop loss? There is no stop loss! sometimes, guys, it does have a bit of a delayed effect. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Whoa. 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 This is a crazy, crazy thing we got going on here, guys. We need to inspect this a bit more closely. Let's put our inspectacles here. Look, I think it could work. Okay? I think it could work. Are we dumping? I'd say let's go back to the chart and see what's up, all right? Let's go back to the chart and see what's up. Okay? Okay, let's go to our 12-minute market cipher B. Okay, look, we've got ourselves a bit of a green dot here. And we did bounce from the make it or break it zone. Let's check out the order flow. Unfortunately, I don't really see any CVD bullish divergences here. Unfortunately, we've changed market structure. Let's pull a Fibonacci from the high to the low and see what we got here. Let's go to the 2-minute chart. All right, let's go to the 2-minute chart. High to low Fibonacci. Yeah, we're right in that zone between the Fibonacci 618 and the 786. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. Look, we said we needed a miracle. Are we going to get a miracle? Are we going to get a miracle? Trade Time says gay. That's no way to talk about people in the chat, bro. Come on, man. That's mean. That's mean. All right. Order Bro says, I'm long, but I'm not confident. Yeah. Welcome to the Chronicles of Long and Afraid, baby. Long and Afraid. Win down tempo, sludgy dump track. I guess we'll have to do it down. Ooh, here we go, baby. We're getting a bit of a pump. All right, let's see. We're getting a bit of a pump here, guys. Let's see. We're getting a bit of a pump. We're holding that support, baby. We're getting a bit of a pump. All right. This is key right here. This 786 is key. Can we make a higher high? Let's check out our 24-minute. Come on, 24-minute. Check out our 45-minute. Come on, 45-minute. Give us the green dot of hope and wonder. Give us the green dot of hope and wonder so we can come up to 95,000 USD. Come on, baby. Give us the green dot of hope and wonder. Why would you take a trade you aren't confident in? I'm never confident in any of my trades. I'm literally never confident in any of my trades. That's why. That's not true. Some I'm super confident in, but most of them I'm not. Most of them I'm not. That's not how I trade. I trade based on setups that are given to me. All right? Setups that are given to me. So if you want to know more about how I trade, check out the free trading course. 18 sessions for free 99, baby. You don't have to pay a dang penny, but if you want to pay some pennies, check out the VIP Discord. For a few pennies, you can join the Discord where myself and 3 other instructors are doing live trading multiple times a day. We don't give signals, okay? But we do tell you what we're doing. I've taken some legendary trades. I've taken some wins. I've taken some losses. All right? Also, make sure if you want to trade with low fees, you check out KCEX, Antarctic DEX, and BTCC, baby, where you can trade stocks, forex, commodities, precious metals with your tether, like this silver trade that I'm in right now. All right? This is not a real trade. I'm just experimenting with the platform, to be honest, because I only have I only have $1,000 on the trade, is what I'm saying. I'm risking 20 bucks on this trade just to kind of test out the platform here. Come on, Bitcoin, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, we need a miracle. We need a miracle. We asked for a miracle. We asked for a miracle. Come on, Bitcoin. We need a miracle. We need a miracle. Bull market to 150. Always dips below support before reversal. Always. That is usually true. Speaking of lifer, it's amazing how much bigger Jay is than him. I'm a big guy, guys. I'm a large man, all right? What can I say? What can I say? I'm a large man. Let's see here. You know what? Guys, make sure to share this stream on Twitter and all that stuff. You know, share it on Twitter. Let's share it on Twitter. You gotta share it on Twitter, all right? Make sure to share the stream on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. At Jason_Casper. All right. All right, Bitcoin's getting a little bit of a pump here. Guys, here's the thing, all right? We have about 700 people in here now, okay? Let's do a giveaway challenge. All right, let's do a giveaway challenge. Let's see if we can't get 700 likes within the next 5 minutes. And if we do, I will give away $500. 2 people will win $250 each. So smash up the likes. We'll give you 6 minutes. All right, 6 minutes on the clock, baby. 6 minutes on the clock. If we can get 700 likes in 6 minutes, we'll give away $500 of cold hard cash. 500 in cold hard cash. 250 to 2 people. All right. Now, if Bitcoin can hit this take profit in the next 6 minutes, we'll give away $1,000. All right. Major shout out to Larry Garcia. What is going on, my bro? Big wee wee versus little PP. I don't get it. I don't get it. Jason, if money flow is going down, but green dot confirms, do you look at it the same? No. I look at it as less of a trade. All right. I do look at it as less of a trade. All right. While the we're gonna do a giveaway. All right. Man, Bitcoin is not doing the best here. Hopefully we don't have to squeeze ya like you short at the bottom, about to spot 'em to the top. Next thing you know, we're going rotten like tomatoes. J Cash waist. Got a wig on his head, plunger, what a disgrace. Smash the like, then we do a giveaway. Next thing you know, we do it just like yesterday. Give it to you straight, you know I never give it gay. I'm outside in the garden and you know I'm digging with the steak. You know I'm eating from the tray, you know I do it just the way that I did it today and yesterday. Like Saturday, which comes after Friday. Now sit back and listen to J Casper play. Copium in the chat. Exit now, what you think about that? You've been warned. Driving it in the car with the horn. Beep, beep. Next thing you know, a woman sworn you. Cause you know, when you get higher, the golden pocket. Bitcoin price, can you even spot it? Eating so many calories from dark chocolate. Give me the caffeine, and you know I lock it. In the locket, just to top it like I sock it. Like we drop it to the next golden pocket. Got the bad guys like Sonic and Robotic getting rings, ka-ching, making all them dang profits. Cause you know I'm the master. JC Casper, never a disaster. On the plunger, you know we're going faster. Got the likes up, then we read the chapter. 500 likes, 200 more on the bike. Major shout out to make me a mill. Be out here burning, cause that's how we spill. Frankie Tank 110 with the fire burning. Copium, I hope you're learning. Ivan says, bro, turn to a Brit grandma. That's the way we do it when I got the sand, y'all. But hey, like the pasta. Don't you know Jason Casper is a rasta? Coming out with the dreadlocks on his head. Oh no, hopefully my dreads are in the red. Yeah, cause I'm such a rasta. Got the gold hair looking like the pasta. Next thing you know, the treadmill goes faster. Jason Casper, he is the trading master. Oh no, here we go, how the likes. 200 more, that's how we bike. Cause you know I walk, I never run, we keep it fun. Next thing I'm outside, soaking up all the sun. I take the dreads off my head. Only in the green, you know I'm never in the red. JC Casper, so tired and I sleep in bed. Getting up, put the butter on my nice bread. Yeah, so funny. JC Casper, he looks like a bunny. Drastic says show some love, get the likes up. Sheesh, baby, that's how we do it in the cup. Cause you know we got the caffeine in my veins. JC Casper so insane in the membrane. On the treadmill in his nice new office. Until we get off just to got this. In the toilet, you saw the water blue. JC Casper about to tell you what she's gonna do. Oh no, Bitcoin dumping down. I was in the green, but now I'm such a clown. Coming back to the 4-minute time frame. Looks like the bulls are in pain. Bearish divs coming in like a squid. Next thing I know, we're gaining mad quid. What's a quid? I don't know, I ain't British. I sit down and eat dinner from a nice squid dish. Like, you know I like to eat that fish. High protein, omega-3s, you wish. Keep the good fats high. Seed oils, you gotta say goodbye. Oh my goodness, the timer's going off. Better check the lights and see if we have enough. Oh no, 100 left to go. Timer went off. What do you know? Should I give the giveaway or should I keep it just the same? Let me know. Should I open up a fresh new trade or no? The same, the way we did it yesterday. Last time we did a giveaway like BLOFIN. Make sure to smash the likes if you trade, cause that's what I like. Alright. Okay, double whammy. We didn't get the likes. And we also are dumping. Like a wild woman in distress, running through the wilderness with a laundry basket on her head, looking like Janet Yellen. Oh, man. Burning off the underbush, baby. Alright, look, you know what? We didn't do it in time, but because it looks like we're going to get 700 likes, we'll just go ahead and we'll do a $250 giveaway to one person, alright? We'll do a $250 giveaway to one person, because that is a pretty good effort on the likes, I have to say. You guys are pretty cool, alright? You guys are pretty cool. Alright, let's get back into the chart. Let's get back into the chart. Into the chart. Yeah, we will get back into the chart. We got one like from India. Shout out to everybody from India. If you're from India, put a 1 in the chat. Guys, drop some assets in the chat that you want to look at. Let me know in chat what to look at. All right. The first thing that people said here is Sol. All right, let's take a look at Sol real quick. All right, let's take a look at Sol real quick. All right, so Sol also coming up into the point of control of the range. All right, Sol also coming up into the POC of the range. We're doing the same thing as Bitcoin right now on the weekly. Let's go to the daily. So unfortunately, also potential. Actually, we have confirmed bear div on Sol. It's actually not a confirmed bear div. But I would say this, right? I would say, because we have a bear div at a bull div at the low here, if Sol's going to come back down to the bottom of the range, I think that could look really nice. Okay. Again, I have to be expecting a little bit of relief here on some of these assets. All right. I have to be expecting a little bit of relief here. The reason being is because when you have these weekly bottoms, historically, they give us more than this, right? And the way we're forming this round to bottom here makes me think like, you know, even if we come back down, that would look pretty dang bullish, right? Even if we came back down, that would look pretty bullish. You know, I have to think. It looks pretty bullish. We would have some really nice continuation, right? This is our bullish div right here. This would be our continuation trigger wave. That's the continuation pattern. The low is marked by the momentum getting higher as the price gets lower. You get that money flow cross, and then that next trigger wave after the money flow cross, that tends to give you a big move, all right? And that could take us up to $190, give or take 188, 189, all right? 188, 189, also, like the entirety of this, nice low right here, the back test. You know, you guys get what I'm saying? It looks pretty nice, I have to say. Let's take a look at Aster. Man, this thing looks like garbage, huh? All right, so, you know, I'll be honest. Did we have a bullish div? All right, so we did. We had a slight bullish div here. You know what would be really nice? This is our sideways range here. It would be really nice to come back down to the bottom again with some nice bullish divergence, honestly. But I don't like how money flow is behaving right now. Let's go to our 4-hour. Look, if money flow starts to come up here on the 4-hour, and we get a nice bullish divergence, we take out these lows, that would be really nice looking. I just don't like how the daily looks. And again, look, Aster, I do believe it probably will be bullish in the... Oh! Bitcoin pumping, baby! Come on, baby, we're at 95K! Come on, baby, we're at 95K! Come on, it's the back test. Let's check out the order flow. Come on, Bitcoin, what do you know? Look at that, baby. Wow, short squeeze. We are squeezing the shorts that opened up here, man. It's happening. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes. Where's my dreadlocks? We don't need dreadlocks. We need the wig. Where's the wig? It's not a wig, it's my real hair. I shaved it off and I had it preserved. I can't believe my eyes, guys. Bitcoin is finally pumping. It's finally happening. We hit our take profit, baby. We hit our take profit, baby. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. We made back our loss. We made back our loss. I took a loss today. I made it back. I'm at a break even for the day. Whew. That was a close one, man. Whew. We just hit our dang take profit, $95,000 Bitcoin, baby. Let's celebrate. A cheers to you, and a cheers to me. A cheers to you, and a cheers to me. Cheers, guys. The sweet taste of victory. It is so nice. It is so nice. All right. Okay. Look, we looked at Aster. It's going faster. Let's put on our spectacles so we don't have a disaster. Now we need to do some real Bitcoin analysis, okay? We need to do some real Bitcoin analysis here. First of all, let me go ahead and de-risk this here. And let me go ahead and just quickly pull a fib. And then we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, because this is a game changer. This is a game changer. Yeah, if we don't bounce from the golden pocket, I might look for a new entry at the 786. This is fine with me. All right, let's take a look here, guys. This is key right now. Bitcoin getting some key action. Remember the 16th of January. All right, remember what's happening, guys. Remember the context. The context is we are backtesting the breakout of this range. All right, we are in the middle of a rock and a hard place. The rock is the backtest, the green line of this range. The hard place is the POC of all of this, okay? We're rejecting from POC, but again, we're ranging here. We're holding this. We have the danger of confirming the bearish divergence on the 1 day time frame. The price is getting higher. The momentum waves are getting lower, giving us the dreaded upside down butt cheek pattern. All right. And what's happened here, guys, is we're getting a bit of a rejection. Like, we know we're at key resistance. We're at the POC. We take a fib pull from the last swing high to the low. We're coming up to the Fibonacci golden pocket, okay? We come down to our 1 hour time frame. Let's clear off the whole chart. All right, we are potentially printing a hidden bullish divergence here. Very, very important. Now, something else that's very important is this. Right now, as we speak, we are coming to this zone right here. All right, this zone, $95,000. Why is this so important? It is because this is where we saw millions of shorts open. All right, so let's get back to our 5-minute chart here. You can see right here, we saw millions of shorts open. About 6 million right here opened. That's crazy. 6 million shorts open. And look, they're still open, guys. They're still open. They are now under the Volta. Breaking news. Breaking news. We interrupt your regular programming to give you this breaking news. We have about 6 million shorts under the water right now. I repeat, we have about 6 million shorts underwater right now. And if they continue to stay underwater, they will continue to squeeze. This just in, this just in, we have a green candle printing on the 5-minute chart. This just in, we have a green candle printing on the 5-minute chart. And we're pumping, baby. And we're pumping, baby. We're squeezing the shorts. Let's see if we can't squeeze more shorts, baby. We're coming up to the golden pocket. Oh my goodness. Look at this. We're hitting the 618. Oh no. Harsh rejection from the 618. Breaking news. We're getting a harsh rejection right from the 618. We have our live analyst on scene. Over to you, Jason. Thank you, Bob. Yes, as you can see, we started to pump. And as also you can see now, we're starting to dump right here. We've got a purple candle right from the 618. And as we all know, the 618 is also known as the 618 to Fibonacci level. Jason Casper's high school crush who broke his heart back in high school. Here's a picture of the breakup when he tried to ask her to be his girlfriend. She gave him a harsh rejection. Of course, also, we know Sam Bankman-Fried and his uneven man boobs was the reason why she rejected Jason, because she wasn't into nice guys who held the door open for her. No, she was into criminals who did meth in the Bahamas with uneven man boobs. Let's see if we have any bearish divergences here. Okay? Let's see if we have any bearish divergences here. Let's go to our 12-minute. No. No, we don't. No bearish divs. Let's go to the 1 minute. No. No. No, no bearish divs. All right, no bearish divs. All right. Breaking news, there are no upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boobs on the 1 minute, nor are there on the 12-minute. The Bitcoin price is continuing to climb, looking like she wants to squeeze some shorts, finding some slight resistance at resistance. The trade that Jason Casper's in hit a take profit 1, front running that 618, and as you can see, we're at a support resistance flip. All right, now back to you, Jason. Thanks once again, Sam Bankman-Fried. We appreciate Sam Bankman-Fried for the opportunity he gave us to buy some Bitcoin at some very cheap prices as we're starting to get another pump. Shout out to my man, the real Ashley Gates. I guess you're a woman, who says plunger pump song for a miracle. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to Carlos Andre for the super chat. He says Bitcoin Cash to 700. Bitcoin Cash to 700. Man, I'm so thankful that this trade is, you know, is getting a move. Because honestly, you know, like I said, second trade today, second trade of the day, gave both setups in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Let's check out Bitcoin Cash. Man, it looks like we're trying to make another higher high. Bitcoin Cash to 700. Let's go to the weekly. Let me know in chat what you want me to take a look at here. Let's remove all the analysis. Is Bitcoin Cash to 700? I do think it looks probable. It's tough because the weekly bearish div, I just saw that here. So this is resistance. Let's just check out the market structure here. I have to say this, all right? If we're gonna just analyze this chunk of structure, we took the lows. We never really took this high up here. That weekly bear div does not look good to me. But if we get a daily momentum wave, this does not look good to me either. Honestly, like this looks scary to me. It looks scary to me that we're breaking this trend line, this channel to the downside here. I'm not gonna be falsely optimistic. It does concern me that we're breaking down from this channel. However, it would be nice to take the high here, right? One last pump up there, and that could give us another drive of bear div on the daily, right? A classic bear div, one where we get a nice bottom and then a move up. I don't like the weekly about to confirm a bear div though, to be honest with you. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, baby. Let's take a look at Monero, guys. As you know, I'm a big fan of Monero. All right. I am a big fan of Monero. I hold quite a bit in my forever hodl portfolio, and my target for Monero is 1,000. And it's really starting to get its move now after years. All right. Let's go to the weekly on Monero. First of all, let's take a look at the cup and handle. The most basic TA is the best TA. All right, the most basic TA is the best TA. Let's take a look at the target of the cup and handle, if we already hit it. Yeah, so we've hit our target of the cup and handle and pretty much to the dollar, and we're starting to get a bit of a rejection from that. All right. So this is good. Let's analyze the volume of this handle and the breakout. Let's pull a fib from the low to the high. All right, so, I mean, to be honest with you, I would say, right now, I would be quite interested in Monero coming down to the 0.5 to the golden pocket zone right here for a bounce, right? That would be a pullback of about, you know, 35 to 45%, you know, from the last swing low, to backtest the neckline of the cup and handle, flipping this resistance now into support. It was resistance in 2021, resistance in 2025, and resistance in December. All right, so that would be nice. Let's also see where our yearly open was on Monero. Yearly open right in that box. All right. That's a nice level right now. Yearly open. And yeah, a beautiful, beautiful zone of support, I'd say, right between 433 and 498 would be prime. Look at the weekly money flow, looks nice. The daily, you know, we have a higher momentum wave here. You know, we don't have bearish divergences here. Definitely we have a lot of, you know, fair value gaps to fill. That would also, if we're going to fill all this fair value gap, come down to 473. You know? Could be pretty dang nice. Could be pretty dang nice. All right. Let's check out our Bitcoin again here. This is the 30-minute chart. Let's go to the 15. Just a quick reminder, guys, if you want to join the Casper crew where I gave this long setup in real time, you go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Also gave the short setup in real time from the exact top on Bitcoin. Also gave the long from 85.9 in real time, right? Also gave the long from this morning 95K, which ended up in a loss, okay? So, look, wins and losses, but in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, you've got 3 traders, not including myself, 4 traders that are live streaming multiple times a day, VIP streams for all the market opens, giving you their setups and ideas, and are not signals because we're not financial advisors. I am not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice, but Casper Crew is a great educational community. Also, if you want to trade, KCEX has the lowest fees on a centralized exchange. If you want to hold all your own assets and be a co-owner of the exchange, ANTARCTIC is a decentralized exchange where everybody who trades on the exchange benefits. We all share in the fees and the liquidation fees and all that. If you're a liquidity provider, says trade like you own the exchange because you do. Totally awesome platform. It's going to get better and better and better. Also, guys, if you want to trade silver, commodities, stocks, Forex using your Tether's margin, I just started trading on BTCC. All right. Check it out in the pinned comment. 10% bonus on the first time deposit. You can unlock bonuses up to $10,000 per user. 40% lower fees if you use my link. All right. All that good stuff. Check it out. All right, that's XMR. Guys, we did get our 700 likes, which means we are going to be doing a $200 giveaway this stream. All right. All right, Hopium Copium just got off the phone with an important person in the crypto space who says that a big Bitcoin dump is coming. It very well may. I mean, look, we are at key resistance, guys, all right? Just to reiterate here, yes, I'm long. But remember, please remember, we are at very key resistance, number one. And number two, we in 5 hours, if something drastic doesn't change, we are going to confirm a bearish divergence on the daily time frame, okay? So please, 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 just be aware of that. Please, 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 be aware of that. All right, let's see who else we got in chat and what else we need to look at. Let's see who else we got in chat and what else we need to look at. Cardano? Yeah. BTCC is non-KYC. You don't even need a VPN. And you can use it from your phone. Also, Antarctic you can use from your phone as well. All right. The egg code is BTCC today. All right. Shout out to AZTV. Disbelief in the air. 120K retest soon. It very well could happen, bro. If we can reclaim this POC macro, then yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we reclaim this POC macro. Macaroni and cheese, baby. We were pumping. XRP. Altcoin. Ew, trade time. What the heck, bro? That's the most disgusting thing I ever read in my life. Didn't CryptoFace call a 10-year bear market in 2024? I don't know, actually. All right, guys. Okay. Pop some coins in the chat. Okay, virtual. Virtual. Let's check out virtual. You can pop anything in the chat, all right? Doesn't have to be crypto. It could be silver, gold, stocks, FOREX, anything. What do I think about virtuals? I don't know. I think we got a short squeeze back up to resistance. Right? This is clear support resistance flip right here. We're trying to flip right now. We have a hidden bearish divergence, so it doesn't look the best. Money flow coming out in the 4 with a pretty oversold wave. I would say, like, it's tough because obviously I can't long this after a giant pump into resistance. The only way I could possibly long it would be if we make a higher high and come for a back test to form a nice rounded bottom here. That's the only way I could get to a long. For a short, I mean, definitely there's more downside potential right now than upside potential. I'd say usually these things retrace back down to like the 786 zone, which isn't the best risk to reward right here, right now, right? Definitely not even close. Talking like less than a 1-to-1. So the only way I could like look for a short right now would be something like this. Either fake out of the high with some bearish divergence, right? Like that. Fake out of the high with some bear div, or just take out these highs only into the golden pocket 786 zone. So make a lower high like this and get some low time frame bear divs as we take out this All right, let me put a bigger screen here. Let me put a bigger screen. Yeah, something like that, you know? Something like that. Netflix, let's take a look at Netflix. Sheesh. We haven't seen a dump like this since 2022. Quite interesting. All right, let's see where we bounced from in 2022. Golden Pocket 786. Let's check out where that would land us right now. It would land us right around here. Let's go to the, yeah, this is the monthly. Let's go ahead and put on some volume. Some volume. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's looking pretty nice right around this area here. Right around this area right here. That's a pretty big dump. Let's see, from the high. That's about a 70% dump, which honestly is not something I'd want to see for the overall market in general. That's pretty similar to the last big dump in 2022. That is really nice support. You know, obviously, like a more bullish place to find support would be just be coming down to the support resistance flip around between $58 and $68. That's going to be our more local support resistance flip right here. You know? Major shout out to Crypto Scarface. He says order flow objective for Bitcoin is 104K. It don't mean it will get hit, but I'm expecting 70s. I'm hoping actually to take out 70. Yeah, more locally, this would be a more local zone to look on Netflix for a bounce. Let's go to our weekly time frame now. You know, we got some bear div here. We've got some nice bottom on the weekly. You know, it would be quite nice. I mean, this is a very oversold wave on the weekly. It would even be nice, even if we just maybe like came and took out this low here and just got a fake out of that low. That could be nice on Netflix. That low at 82.91. You know, although weekly money flow does look like poo-poo caca. It does look like poo-poo caca. Yeah, maybe another drive down on the weekly. Look at this big hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. You know, if we just get if we get a fake out of 82.91, that could at least give us, you know, the head and shoulder. At least, if not another high, you know. That could at least give us the head and shoulder if we're going to start going down. Shout out to Ivan. He says, make your mods train back more. They're too small. Shout out to Make Me a Millie with the widest lats in the crypto space. Baby. Shout out to Crypto Billy 777. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for being in here. I appreciate you. God bless you, man. You're the man. Crypto Billy is the man. Trade Time says, Jason, I've been trolling you this entire time, and you take it as such a great sport. You have my respect. Well, thanks for trolling me, Trade Time. I appreciate you. I appreciate all trolls. Alright, if you're an OG of the Jason Casper channel, you know how much I love trolls. Alright, I love trolls. The reason why I love trolls is because I like to troll, you know, in general. So, uh-oh, treadmill stopped here. Treadmill stopped here. That's not good. How do I start the treadmill back up? Here we go. It's muted? What's muted? There's no sound? There's sound, don't worry. Yeah, we have El Punto Rojo on the daily, baby. Yeah, money flow is going up on the daily, so that's exactly why I think, honestly, if we do get the drop, like on Bitcoin, all right? If we do get the drop from here, because the money flow is getting higher, it's going to be bullish when we come back down to the lows of the range, right? Because the money flow is getting higher. That means when we do, if we do get a move down here, we are going to have insanely bullish divergences. The money flow will be crossing into the blue. The momentum waves will be getting higher as the price takes out some of this liquidity here. That's going to be a very powerful signal, if you guys know what I mean. Big, juicy momentum on the left. Squats, deadlifts, high protein, high calories, doesn't fear healthy carbs. Versus Cardio Bunny on Weight Watchers, drinking Diet Coke all day, eating like who knows what high fiber cardboard just to keep the calories low. Those two types of women mixed together gives us a big old pump. Alright? Because it's just not a good chest day if you walk to the gym and you don't see both the squat chick and the cardio chick in the gym. You just don't get as good of a pump. Chest pump, baby. Really got to squeeze the upper clavicular fibers on chest day, if you guys know what I mean, right? You guys know what I mean. Squeezing those upper clavicular. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if we get that drop down, it could turn into that. Come on, Bitcoin, are we going to reclaim the golden pocket or what? Let's go down to a low time frame on Bitcoin. Here we go. We're attempting another high, baby. We are attempting another high. We're attempting another high. Let's go. Look, guys, this is key. Reclaiming 95 right now is very key. It's very key. Very, very key. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. What's my max bench? Only 330, not very much. High fiber cardboard. You know what I mean. Look, he knows what I mean. It's just not a good chest day if both aren't there in the gym. You know? We got that thick cottage cheese type booty. I love me some cottage cheese though. Let's be honest. Trading treadmill is best. 25,000 steps a day already. Exactly, bro. 25,000 steps a day already. You know? My man with the trading treadmill. Guys, if you don't have a trading treadmill, you are missing out. You are missing out on all the tasty, delectable carbohydrates and delicious foods that you can eat as much as you want of and not ever have to fear getting fat. All right? You can eat, I'm not even kidding when I tell you, I eat between 400 and 600 grams of carbohydrates a day. I can stay lean effortlessly. And not only that, but my blood markers are good. Fasted insulin, low. Fasting glucose, low. All my metabolic numbers, perfect, good. Cholesterol, lipid panel, good. Everything's good. Inflammation, super low. You know? And it doesn't take a lot off your body just to slowly walk. I'm 2.4 miles per hour right now. You know, it's effortless. It's effortless. It keeps the brain running hot, baby. I mean, look at the brain right now. Keeps it running hot, baby. I'm telling you. You don't have a trading treadmill, you're missing out. All right? Your walking pad's made for tiny Asian people. Mine too, bro. Mine too. But with legs as small as mine, it makes it easy to walk on. Do you think you can work on a PC on a treadmill? Probably. Yeah, probably. Probably. Check Litecoin emergency. 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 Regular programming to bring you a Litecoin emergency. There's an emergency on the Litecoin chart. This is breaking news. Let's check it out. Litecoin against the dollar on Binance right now. My goodness. Would you look at this? We are breaking out. Let's get on site for more information. Here we are at the site. Oh my goodness, the 12-minute time frame, Litecoin emergency breaking out just like Bitcoin's breaking out. Okay, let's talk about Litecoin, man. First of all, Litecoin is consolidating in this massive symmetrical triangle. All right, we're bouncing from the bottom of the trend line. It looks good. We're coming back down to the bottom of the range here. Let's remove everything. Money flow crossing into the perp. All right, hopefully we don't get the herp as the money flow crosses into the perp. Man, but Bitcoin is trying to pump up here. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right. But yeah, back to the Litecoin emergency. Look, based on the weekly bottom, I think we've got some upside here. To be honest, the last time we printed a double bottom on Litecoin, it led to a large move to the top of the range. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the same thing here. Look, it's trying to get a fake out of a low on the weekly. If we can close the candle above, I'd say that's our first good sign. I'd have to say this. I do think Litecoin will generally follow Bitcoin and Ethereum, and both of them, to me, look like the range is going to break to the upside. Can I say that with certainty? No. But based on these weekly bottoms on... Whoa! That's so cool. This is so cool. Oh my goodness. Thanks. Based on the weekly bottoms, guys, I'd say, and you can trust me, I'm a whale, alright? Based on the weekly bottoms, I would... This is so cool. I would say that I think upside is more probable. Honestly, you know? Is Litecoin digital silver? I mean, Litecoin is if Bitcoin's digital gold, Litecoin is digital silver. The problem is Litecoin hasn't realized very many gains. But I do think Litecoin will have its day. I do. All right. How many treadmills have I gone through? Let's see. I had the first one broke when Tino from Traders Reality came in. I remember, never forget that. 1, 2, 3, 5. I've had 5 treadmills, but to be fair, I've had them in different locations. So I've had treadmills in 3 different locations. One treadmill I got for temporary use, which burnt out. It literally burnt out after 2 weeks. That one doesn't count. My average treadmill probably lasts me about a year or so. And you know, it's hard to oil them. It's hard to oil them. Yes, I can absorb the price with this hat. Absolutely. This is what's up. All right. This is what's up. This is really the crypto look I've been going for this whole time. This is the crypto look that I've been going for the entire time. It's me! It's me! Oh, mamma mia! Oh, mamma mia! It's me! It's me, the whale! The guy on the winning side of all your losing trades! It's me! How does it feel to finally meet the market maker? Not what you expected. I thought you expected I would have a Chinese accent, but no, I'm from Italia! Yeah, we gotta do a giveaway. We gotta do a giveaway. Guys, we're gonna give away $250. Alright? Let's give away 250 bucks. Alright? What I need you guys to do is spam the YouTube chat. And shout out to the 57% who said Bitcoin would see a miracle. Spam the chat with your address, all right? Spam the chat with your address, okay? We're gonna count down from 10. Let me just make sure we're on live chat here. Yeah, we are. We're gonna count down from 10 and take a screenshot here, okay? You guys ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see who our winner is here. It is Nico Amaraz. All right, shout out to Nico Amaraz. I got you right here, Nico. I'm going to copy this and post it right into my text messages, and I will send you right now. I will send you right now $250, all right? $250 giveaway. Shout out to our winner who just won $250. I got you right here, man. I got you right here. Shout out to Nico Amaraz. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. I'm going to send it to you right now, Nico. All right. Boom, baby. We just sent it on over. What the heck is wrong with my music here? Huh. What's up with that? There we go. Shout out to Nico for the $200 win. Congrats, bro. Congrats, congrats, congrats. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I'm going to head out. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. God bless you in Jesus' name. I pray you and your families are super blessed in many ways. Make sure to get your whale hats on Amazon, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.